Hi guys. Right, so I've got an alarm set that's going to go off at 1:44, so that's like 20 minutes from now. And then just because I think I might do that from now on, I want to see what I'm saying at that time because it'll be important. And because they're using me to put the messages. And God. Right, so I'm really feeling the healing vibe today, like health healing routine wise. Thank you, whoever liked that. Because I've got the Angel of Healing Raphael deck, and then I've got the life purpose, which isn't really about, well, I suppose it is about healing, because if you're following your call in your life purpose, you'll be happier. So it is about healing, but they're both green. So I was drawn to them. So I'll put them there. So I'm going to put the link in if anybody wants a message, because I have got way more energy. Is anybody like, see, especially if Charlotte's watching this in replay, like put in the comments, or because I think Charlotte's watching the recorded one, unless she sees this and jumps, but jump the timeline to here in the now. Basically, oh God, that's so relevant. Oh fuck, the songs that have been coming on. I can't even keep up with it. I'll just yeah, anyway, what was I saying there? Yeah, because I know Charlotte and really everyone, but the Charlotte just sprang to mind there, that you can all be up to like 4 or 5 in the morning and all that. So that's not actually happening to me. I'm getting up really early, and I was in a really good habit of this, very Virgo moon right now, because that's routine habit in everyday life. And I seem to be, I don't know, sorting that out again. Like, it's like I'm getting up really early, so I'm actually exhausted by the time we're getting to like midnight or something. So even like I want to stay up and I want to watch something on YouTube, or like sometimes I'm like, I wonder what I said, like watch back my own stuff, and I'm falling asleep. So I'm just wondering if anyone else is experiencing similar. What am I going to say? Yeah, right. I'm picking up on some sad vibe, right? So 2 things. I primarily heal divine masculine energy, right? So that's the guys out there that are feeling like that. Obviously, we know they don't talk all the time, but now and again, random guys come on and talk, and you're more than welcome. And random anyone, we're attracting the soul family. But most of the women that I work with are divine masculine energy. I'm helping them like balance their feminine, balance both, because that has been my journey to balance my energies. Still is. So yeah, so basically what I'm saying is I'm picking up on one collective of divine masculine energy that's feeling really sad, basically. Because of these things that I've put out, because I can't see me on the TV yet, but you know, I've put out that wee thing in the sea, and then I've put that angel wing. And again, this is one of the things that I used to do, like, and it is like an ADHD thing, but it's also just I feel it was whatever spell work had been done on me, because it's all been done on all of you. Again, do my challenge if you want to undo that, and let me know when your money starts flooding in and your twin flame turns up. And I don't know what happened right away for you, but this is what, yeah, I'm being told it's things are happening. People's money are coming in after it and stuff like that. Just things that you should have been getting all along that have been being blocked, basically. Yeah, so some people are feeling really sad out there, and then some people are probably feeling like me. Like I'm feeling like I said, it's so funny on today's shorts, it says, never mind the 5th dimension, and then it cuts off. But like, yeah, honestly, when people are checking on my energy, they're like, whoa, you're like really high. I mean, this has been whenever anybody checks in with me, but it's like however high energy I was before, it's like, you know what I mean? So, and it does, and like I keep saying, it is quite funny because I do live up high. I feel like I'm in a castle. And you know what? I think I said this before, but like a medium friend once said that to me. I very much respect as a twin flame as well, actually. She had said that she'd foresaw me being in a big, bright flat and just being a lot happier, and you know, having aligned clients and all this kind of stuff. And this is a bright flat, right? And sometimes it's been like that, but it's been up and down, very frustrating. I'm going to get the money debt because they're making me talk about money again. Again, I've had downloads myself. I've had it confirmed with other people that it is. They're going to make me talk about money quite a lot, which obviously I find hilarious because I'm just so not into it. But you know what I mean? That's the point. That's how you attract the money you're meant to have, you know, not by being obsessed with it, by doing what you love. Anyway, I'll get them in a minute. Yeah. So we'll just go with this, right? So so how do I know that? How do I know anything? It's because the songs that are coming, the songs that are grabbing my attention now. Again, those of you that are around all the time know, you know, the songs and films and programs, really fucking anything, talk to me all the time, right? This has been my experience pretty much my whole life, and then it heightened throughout my twin flame journey as well. And like, so yeah, the things that are coming up in the algorithm of this channel are nuts for me personally. If you want to see what I wrote, like I wrote something which is, you see, I think that's an indication of what they're wanting me to do, because I do like doing that, and other people seem to love when I just let the stuff flow about the astrology or really whatever's coming through when I write it. And so what I'm thinking is, fuck, wait until the 500. I'll just put things when I'm guided to in the comments. So if you like reading things rather than, you know, just see if I've done that day. But I do feel, although that was me being really quite homing in on, like, really, I would say more, or, well, I'm always, I don't know, I'm me, right? Do you read it? But I'm like, that was quite personal for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, that film's really special to me, and it does, yeah. But anyway, I was guided to share it, so I'm trusting that. But it's because it will mean something to other people. But really, it is because, just like I wrote in the comments, that is how it should go with your twin flame. You know, your the other half of your soul, your divine counterpart, whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, there definitely has been a lot of muddy in the waters of people just tainting what a twin flame is. And it's quite funny because I remember when I was saying that I'm like, oh, I just can't stand saying the word twin flame. The words annoy me, and it's just like I'm seeing all my other soul sisters that are very much on the same page as me, basically either saying along these lines or that they don't even want to say that word. So it's really quite funny. It was just, that was me embodying the downloads in a different way. I fucking hate saying this word. So I don't know if I'm quite going to stop saying twin flames yet, because I do happen to feel there is power in the word, and I don't want to drop it just because of the assholes that have tainted it. But we'll see. I might actually go that way too. Yeah, but basically, I think what I said was really true, you know, in that, and spoiler alert, you know, if you've not seen The Vow, don't watch that wee clip that I put in, because it's one of my favourite films. But that is how it is. It's just that in that situation, the divine masculine energy is the woman that's coming back, and the divine feminine is the Channing Tatum character. And you see how humble, you know, you see he's just like, fucking yes. Do you know what I mean? He's not hiding it, but you see how nice he is when she comes back, quite humble. He's not like, I knew you still love me and I knew you'd come back, you know. And that's basically for me what I always knew when I watched that. I thought, that's going to happen one day with me and him, and I'm just going to be like that, you know, not I told you so, or I knew you'd be back, or because that's the old paradigm. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is what that's what the dark energies or the Jezebels or whatever you want to call it is here to do to these connections, is confuse and turn you against each other and almost kind of make you compete with one another. Now, I'm just going with this. I'm just being really, like I say, my heart is wide fucking open that not only am I completely in the fields more than I've ever fucking been in my life, and believe me, I've been in the fields about this guy fucking 12 years at least, if not the fucking rest of it. Do you know what I mean? So it's consciously 12 years. I can't, you know, that they're just making me say it. And I'm actually all right with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah, that's, you know, you can fall into kind of one-upmanship or who can put on the better poker face. Like in my situation, 100%. I'm not going to talk about him like the whole video. Well, I would say it was who can put on the better poker face. You know, who can put on the better poker face. That's the best way to describe. That's the best way to describe it. Because before it would be like banter, in that way of banter, like who's the better kisser, because we'd always joke like about that, and it was a bit of a joke. It doesn't really matter, who cares if you're kissing the right person. But clearly it's me though. I love how you can't argue back with that right now, so that's actually quite satisfying. But like, you know what I'm saying, it's but then it can be taken to another kind of level, and it's kind of when I've touched on things that like if divine masculines kind of go the wrong way, and maybe some divine feminines do, but that's wasn't never been my vibe and never would be. Like I say, that would only put me off someone, and whenever my twin flames went anywhere near that, it absolutely fucking did put me off in the sense of, oh no, you don't. No, I love you, but I'm not playing that game. And that's quite funny because that was before I was trained in counselling. I was just like, I came in an old soul, and that's why they're saying to me it's important, because whenever I'm led to anyone else that resonates with me, it's very much the same thing. And where I'm different from what I see a lot of, again, twin flame people who it's like, right, if other twin flame people are going to come off, like I say, I'm going to trigger people, but let's see, I'm quite prepared for that now. Let's see who gets triggered by that, because I would challenge what some people are saying. It's there's a lot of distortion. There's a lot of people that may feel they're a twin flame and that they're channeling about the twin flame journey, but they're actually karmic, and they're channeling about their karmic, I wouldn't even call it masculine. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, karmic person. So yeah, just calling a spade there. Because you see how I talk about my one, and it's not that he's been a fucking angel when I'm posting angel stuff, and I haven't been an angel either, actually. You know what I mean? But that's for me and him to speak about, but it's nothing, like, in my opinion, that's like really below the belt. There's apologies needed on both sides, and really when it just unfolds more and more and more that everything that I've felt the whole time, that there's something more to this. Like, it's like people have tainted something really quite pure between two people that were having fun, that would have worked it out for themselves. And, you know, but like say, I don't regret anything, and I don't know how he, well, I have got a feeling how you would feel about it, but it's that's, I'm just sort of going with the flow of saying that. But yeah, if you want to get what I'm kind of saying, watch that whole film. That's what to do. Watch the whole of The Vow, and then let me know what you think. But for me, that's the true twin flame journey, because he has to let her go, even though he's totally in love with her. And it's agonizing to watch, because you're like, and I love when people are joking, being like, if I woke up from a coma, not remembering anything, and Shannon Tatum was sitting at the bottom of my bed saying he was my husband, I wouldn't question it. Do you know what I mean? And that's not my joke. That's not my joke. That is a very, like, that is a very infamous one from that film. But it is kind of like, yeah, if you suddenly forget all the strong feelings that you've got for someone, no matter how good looking they are, it's, you know, it's kind of shit, isn't it? And that's what happens on this journey. Like Jezebel spirits, like, you know, other females will come in, and it's not just other females like kind of coming in and apparently kind of because again, in my situation, it's not like anybody took him off me. It's just weird, because it was like, oh, it felt like he wasn't that far away from maybe sort of opening up a little bit, and I would never have forced them to get into a relationship or anything. But like, it's other females as well that, you know, gossip and that. And like say, I know loads of people who have gossiped to me over the years. And it would just be interesting, you know, who said whatever. I'll be back again. I'll find out one day soon. And I won't bother. And that's the point. What they're saying is whatever divine masculine energies worry about, or divine feminines, like that's what I wrote in that I just let that pour from my heart. And then it was funny that it finished at 11:44. Like when I posted that, I was like, fuck, it's meant to be shared. Basically, that's my sign to tell me like that needs to be shared. Is that, you know, you will just be drawing a line in the sand. And actually, who wants to waste time talking about the people that have hurt you? Like me personally, like if my twin flame wants to talk about whatever's went on, then I'm totally going to listen to it. But equally, if he doesn't, I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to bother him. Do you know what I mean? Like that is, again, that's love. Because to be honest with you, all due respect to the people that have hurt me and that have been karmic, whatever in my life, I don't want to talk about them either. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm over it. I hope they're all happy. Like, genuinely hope they're happy. I hope whoever's on his side is happy. I just want to be happy with him. You know what I mean? Fucking see you later. I'm flying off in the car like the end of Greece. Sorry, that was funny. Right, anyway, that all just wanted to flood out, and I'm here for it. I just turned you off and said I was going to watch a film, but now you're live and you started 11 minutes ago. Hey, by the way, hello, Charlotte. And I mentioned you at the start of this. So I was just saying, I'm picking up on some people that are feeling quite sad today, the divine masculines that are feeling quite sad today, and I'm picking up on some divine masculines that are feeling good, because Michael Bublé feeling good keeps coming on Spotify. And songs about home and just everything like that. And actually, I'll wait a minute, there was another song, and that song that I'll look, it's 3 minutes away from 144, the alarm will tell me, so I'll just not look and I'll see what I'm saying. So yeah, anyway, first of all, watch The Vow. Okay, I think you might need to pay like a couple of pounds or £5 or something on Prime or whatever, but it's worth it. Watch it if you haven't seen it, or just watch the wee clip, and just that's how it should be. Whoever needs to come towards the divine masculine regardless of gender, who needs to go towards the divine feminine, that is how you'll be met. Something like that. It should be like that, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, and I have got a lot of weight behind my experience and helping thousands of people on this journey, and the fact that I'm an old soul and I came into channel about this. But yeah, that song that I used on one of them shorts that I think I had heard it somewhere, and it's hauntingly beautiful. And I was like, what is that? And it's Sia, and it's but that was the sad vibe. Although the song's really nice, but Angel by the Wings, Sia. So maybe someone needs to listen to that. Hilarious. I just said maybe, because maybe James Arthur. Again, like I said, I just feel like James Arthur speaks to my thought. I mean, maybe he's my twin. But you know what I mean? It's yeah. That song, because the way that I found that song was actually through another divine feminine had used it on something, and I was like, oh, and so that even feels quite interesting too, because as I'm guiding mainly divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies, like just twin flames, it feels like that was special, that was another divine feminine, that it was like someone had shown I like to be like that, because that's just all the words in that song really hit home when I hear it, right down to all the details, I would say. I'll just chuck these all out. So what was the other one? Sorry, I'm just looking at my screenshots. Oh, this was a funny one, right? I keep thinking it's like we're in oh, Charlotte, that's a good shout. I was going to watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days this morning. First card out, new partner. Is that from that? Wait a minute. Is that from that deck? Is that from the Doreen Virtue with the purple back? Wait, oh, fucking hell. Yes, I haven't picked. Is that from this deck? Right, look, watch this. Is it from that deck? Look, I just put my hand and pulled out play. And that was, see what I mean? That was the message from yesterday. Oh, fucking love this shit. See, this is what a divine feminine should be like while they're waiting. It is waiting, isn't it? Waiting, but playing while you wait, holding space. Like, you should be in quite a high, almost like joy, yeah, joy, all these things, being bold, being joy, just, you know, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I kind of did hear untouchable, and I don't mean that in a conceited way. I mean it like nobody's kind of, anything can get to me. Like, I even feel like if I bumped into somebody in the street that's like, oh my God, see, this is getting really, actually nearly said, isn't it? Right, so that keeps happening. Yeah, if somebody was to say, oh, I've seen what you've been saying about, you know what I mean, your twin flame, or like whoever your twin flame, the big mystery. It would be a mystery if people know me, like seriously, it's nobody else. That's why I think it's hilarious when I catch somebody's general reading and it's like, you know, it's your twin flames, that's your twin flame. I'm like, nah, there's not much chance of that. Like zero. Like, I caught somebody's general reading today and it was basically a fucking personal reading for me. And nobody else has claimed it. So I was like, yeah, that's me. Right down to the ages we met, and I could go on and on, everything. Play. So that's the important message from yesterday and today. But this is the message for the new earth full stop, because that's what I'm, a new earth teacher. And like I said on yesterday's shorts, I've always been that. It's just not many people were channeling about the new earth or ascension in general. And people wouldn't have tuned in. So it was like I needed to catch you guys, people's attention on Facebook and Instagram, and then, you know, see who was led to here, because I've always known I was meant to be here. I've always had visions of me talking to a lot more people than this, actually, but we're letting it grow slowly, because I want it to be genuine people that vibe with what I'm saying. I don't like the word vibe. Why does I keep saying that? Pick that up from somewhere. But yeah, you should be playing and having fun and high vibration. And like I said this to two clients this week. Oh, sorry, I did just burp. I'm clearing the energy. It is when I clear energy. But, and look, I think it's these. I'm on the 5th dimension. I'm fucking 16th dimension above, because it's these. It's the celery, pineapple, apple, and what's the other thing? Celery, pineapple, apple, lemon. Now, I do all those things, but I don't put pineapple in it, but I will now. Beloved one, which is also what we refer to as our twin flame. Well, do we? I don't. Remember the other day when I was like, yeah, when you're with them, you'll be like, beloved, could you put the kettle? Fucking do it yourself. And your beloved would never answer you. They'd probably have it on before you even asked. And not because they're very polite and you're respectful of each other, because you're telepathic. It's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry. Oh, look, sorry, I've got to go. Oh, that is actually kind of true, because I've set the alarm again for 10 minutes from now. Is that Mission Impossible? It's not the end of the world. But my friend's coming to play, actually, and there's a card in that about play date. No, not him. That's funny. But I mean, it could be. I could be totally like talking shit, like, but you'll never know. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry. We will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Thank you, Charlotte, because I feel you were meant to say that, so that I reached over and picked up that card. So I'm going to keep that as a thumbnail. So I'm going to be like, hi. So thank you very much for guiding our attention to that, because it is the repeating message from yesterday. And like I say, it fits with the shorts that I've done, was about just like high energy. Oh, today's one as well was like high. Oh no, that is today's. I was going on about high energy. And remember, the thing that's amazing about this, if you don't get that, I recorded them like a week ago. So all the stuff that's happened to me in the last couple of days, which is actually a lot, and it's just going to keep on coming. None of that had happened. So any kind of abundance or good stuff that's coming my way, it hasn't happened yet, but I was tapping into the energies, because that's what I do when I read for you, whether it's on here and you're resonating with it, whether it's recorded reading or whether it's like a live session. And like I say, it's for you to know. Like, you'll know if it resonates in the moment, you'll know if it resonates in the past, because it's already happened. What you won't know, unless you are quite like me and you can tune in and But even that, you know, you don't always, there's things that have been said to me about me or me and him, and I'm just kind of like, okay, this is time is getting on a little bit now. You know what I mean? And that, but it's kind of like at some point, that, or even that, like any thoughts like that just totally go. It's kind of like, you know, I don't really like kind of going near some of the more personal stuff, but fuck it, like, to be honest, like, people have always tried to put worry into me as well about my age and not having kids and everything. I've never worried once, because to be honest with you, the souls that want to come in have spoke to me for fucking years. Like, I'm talking years. And so, you know what I mean? I've never worried about that. And I've saw visions of it and everything, which can be quite frustrating, which is why I'm like, look, there's no fucking doubt in my mind who my twin flame is, right? I know when someone's the other half of my soul. I'm just waiting for him to realise it. But it's kind of like, and now I'm being drawn to the other song that keeps coming on that just makes me laugh, because my favourite film, one of them, but it is really one of the top ones, is Back to the Future. And it is very like what I do as a shaman and doing the quantum healing and the light codes and everything. It's like, I take people back to the past to rewire their brain, the programming, to clear the energy of spell work. I just mix, you know, do bits and bobs of everything, the spell work that's been done on folk, you know, in the last sort of 2.5 years as well, and from childhood. And that song Back in Time keeps coming on, and I just think it's hilarious, because yesterday was actually 6 years to the day that I spoke to my twin flame face to face. 6 years. So again, you know, it's, yeah, so just think about that for those, you know, I think people on here are people that have been longer than that and double that. But like I say, it's 10 years for me, because that's when we were alone together. And then it's 6 years from when we had a conversation. It wasn't even very long, but it was really lovely when we did talk. And then and that was just a glimpse of how it will be whenever, you know, that's meant to happen. And that's what I remember thinking. Although it was funny, because when I walked, it was like I held it together. And then when I was walking away, I felt my fucking lip quivering, and I phoned my best pal at the time, and I was like, fucking hell. I fucking said when I got up that was going to happen, and it did. And like, my flatmate was like, is that not him there? Because she'd only seen, on my birthday, she'd only seen him once. Because like, she's from Australia and she'd been visiting, but because I'd say, so this is what I mean. It's just, you got to laugh. It is funny. But yeah, that's what was kind of weird about it. And then there's other ends of film. Basically what I'm saying is, the films I used to watch, and I sometimes used to watch the end of films. So I'm being very honest about how much work I've put in about holding a vision about what I want, bearing in mind this is only if whoever my twin flame is wants the same as me. All the songs that I would listen to, all the films that I would watch, and like you say, sometimes I had a playlist of just like the ends of like the films that remind me of him, and like all these things are being flashed up at me. Now I feel it is to channel about on here, but it's also personally for me, and it is like, it's actually like, it's quite overwhelming actually. I can feel that in my head. But yeah, the point is I would listen to some of these songs for a couple of years, maybe even 3 years or something, like the ringtone thing, like the thing, you know, and then I just let it go. Like, I didn't like listen to the song every day for fucking 10 years. Do you know what I mean? I just listened to it for a bit, and I thought, right, and then I'd pick something else. But all that's coming back at me. So I suppose what I'm saying is, be careful what you wish for, because if you do change your mind about what you want, I've just looked at a fucking menu that says order now. Yeah, like, I put my order in, and like Bob Proctor would say, you know, decide what you want, put in the work, and you know, make sure you don't get distracted by anything else about something like that, and you know, decide that you're going to commit to it, and you know what I mean, it'll come about if it's meant to be. And that really is, it's just not many people are disciplined enough to do that. And that's why that was a good speech, that's why I get my clients results, because like I say, I just have to keep refocusing them on themselves, you know what I mean? Because you shouldn't be, it's not healthy to obsess about somebody all day long. I've been in it. It's not healthy. It'll drive you fucking nuts. So just focus on yourself, And then they'll focus on themselves. And whenever you're meant to catch up again, you will. It's really that simple. And then they'll run rings around themselves, worrying that you're never going to forgive them and all that jazz. And then they'll realise, well, actually, what's this card say? You're constantly in my dreams. Yep, that happens too. And then they'll realise, actually, do you know what? Life's too short, and I'm just going to go and tell this person how I feel. And even the ones that don't get the confirmation through people like me, where the fuck are the Rumi cards? Doesn't really go with beautiful Rumi energy to say, where the fuck are the Rumi cards? They will, you know, arguably they've got to be a little bit braver because they really don't know. Because some people won't think to come to things like YouTube and that, but I think most, well, right, okay, sorry, Charlotte. So you were talking to me and, but sorry, not sorry, that all just wanted to come through. So it's not, what I'm saying is, I only thought about it after I wrote that. I thought that's not a coincidence that I've just wrote all of that. And it's like, it felt like a timeline thing. Because even there, I was kind of crapping myself that I warned my mum. I was like, listen, mum, something fucking weird may happen. I feel like I'm back to the future right now. But I said, I really don't think he'll be cutting them out down here, to be honest. Like, I might be wrong, but because I'm even if I'm in another dimension, but hopefully he's catching up to that. Right. So is this yes. Right. I'm going to put, just in case anybody does. Why is that not posting? Is it because it's too long? Now I'm singing that song. Actually, maybe I should watch Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future too. Jennifer. And we've got lots of Jennifers. That's her name, isn't it? Because we all love a bit of Marty McFly around here, don't we? Right. Right. So basically, guys, what I'm saying is, I'm well and truly in the new earth drinking my smoothies. It's not a smoothie, my juice. It's like, nope, not having the coffees anymore and the chocolate croissants. Yes, I am, because I'm grounded. You know what I mean? I'll just jump in and out the boat. I've been jumping in and out these energies like for a long time. Yes. Right. Very, very protective of my energy as well. And I'd advise you be as well. Right. So we'll be together like Charlotte. Yeah, exactly. Charlotte, that's been coming. Exactly. We'll be together like I got it wrong. I could normally do that. There's something in that, you know, you normally would be able to operate a certain way. And then when that kind of love takes over, when love takes over, yeah. See what I mean? They keep just making me channel, so it's just too much. What the fuck, man? It's quite annoying, but it's quite funny. Right, so I was supposed to see him live last weekend, but the promoters. What? Sorry, I screamed, James Arthur, are you fucking shitting me? I know that I was drawn to that because I was looking at when he was oh my god, I would be so envious. You're not jealous, I'd be envious, but I would just get you to film, but you're not going. What do you mean? The promoters did it dirty? Did you get done? Did you find one of the wrong? Did you get the? Was it dud tickets or something? I was going to watch How to Lose a Guy. Right, I want to watch that now. That's because remember I've used that like the scene in the. Obviously, you know, we know the one with the plant when, you know, the main characters, but I love the friend when she's like obsessed about that guy. And like he comes back and he's like, you know, it's just your perfume was on my pillow and it's not there now and I'd kind of like it back. She's like, well, I don't know if you can have it back. I was like, oh, fuck off. Who are you kidding? You've been fucking praying and crying into your pillow. Wouldn't that happen? Well, that's quite funny because remember I'd said I had actually said to my twin flame, acting out of hurt, if you think I'm going to be crying into my pillow, you're wrong. And I'm pretty sure I have cried into my pillow many times, but But also the point is what we were saying at the start is I did have very strong boundaries, because that was in my 20s, that when he was wanting to see me, but he was contacting me in a playful way, but playful sexual way. And I was like, no. It was like I was kept saying, no, like, you know, I do like you, but I want more. So, you know, if you don't want more of me, go and hit up one of the other birds on your phone. And that plants a seed with this can work with anyone, never mind twin flames, but it plants the seed that, oh, she's not like other girls. But then they'll still run away and go and do whatever, but they'll not forget. And that's always came up with anybody that's ever read for me is, yeah, he's never forgot that you don't take that crap. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think it's a little stronger than what I realised, that we're both, well, I don't think, I can feel it, that we mirror. Oh God, you again. Are you a real person, or are you a bot? Sorry, I said, oh, you again. You're beautiful. Very nice to see you. You're beautiful. Are you for real? Like, are you just really extra? I'm not partial to using a winky face with a heart, you know what I mean? But I mean, I won't judge if you it's just the Venus, it's just the Venus and Aries attracting it. Right. Let's set the alarm. just asking, it's a bit random. Right, I'm going to set 15 minutes because I do need to go. My friend is coming at 3, but if I have to, it does not have to. If I end up talking till she comes, so be it. Right. So have respect for yourself, have boundaries, and if they're the right person, you'll find out. You might need to wait a while until the person grows into being ready to match your energy, but if they're worth the wait, you'll wait. And that's what I said to a client actually only today when they'd messaged me, was it's never just about like, I'm not waiting for him to kind of, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is your twin flame is doing the work. If you are a true twin flame, they're doing the work too. They're just doing a different type of energy work. And you are equal. It's just they need to realise that you're equal. And you can only do that through working on yourself. You know what I mean? Right, okay, I think. Sorry I had to disappear. Daughter called, but she was missing me. Oh, that's nice. Right, so let's just tap into a bit of this sad energy for a minute, and then we'll transmute it with a you know what I mean? I keep getting play everywhere, loving it, and much prefer than being serious. Exactly. Like, again, like my very wise divine masculine was right when I was only very young, and I kept going, no, it wasn't like I was fucking asking him to marry every time I slept with her or something. It was just, it was just after that. Well, like, I know it was activation now. It was just, yeah, it was just because he'd said something nice, and I was like, can you explain what you meant? And then, yeah, it was just frustrating. I'm still fucking wanting to know what he meant, but I don't even, you know, I know what he meant now. But I do want to hear. I'm on my own this week, so I might try and get just, yes, get Drushan. Right, okay. I just slurred my words there or something. Right, so if anybody, right, and it's only live because, like I say, I'll be going 15 minutes. I'll probably stay till my pal rings the buzzer. Let's be honest, that's what I'm going to do, I can tell. It's a fucking mess, but she loves me. She'll help me tidy up. What was I going to say? Yeah, if you want a message, I'll use whatever cards I'm drawn to, but I think I'll use the kind of healing and life purpose kind of cards. But otherwise, we'll just hang out. Right, I'm shuffling these. What do we need to know? So these are quite playful inner child cards. So I don't know why I'm picking these for asking about the sad energy, but we'll just trust it. So what do we need to know about this sad energy that I'm picking up on in some people? Like something to, yeah. So it's just about self-care. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude. Indulging in much needed self-care. So you see, they're just showing you about trusting your intuition there as well, a bit of a teaching lesson that, you know, these cards are very high energy, very playful. I usually use them in like Leo energy, and we are in Leo season, out of that Leo new moon. But it's about, you know, this is the divine masculine energies, whether you're a guy, gal, or whatever you identify as. It's about really needing to spend a lot of time alone, which is what the ones that are I'm going to check in on next, that will be, I suspect, quite a lot of you, if not all of you that talk, and obviously people that aren't talking as well, you will have spent a lot of time in hermit mode, months, possibly even, you know, like a year or a lot more, basically keep it, you know, obviously not alone all the time, but keeping to yourself. And you know, this is exactly what I done when I that's basically what my whole of last year was about. Very, like, I'm a hermit anyway, but, and then it's definitely with the pandemic and everything, you know, yeah, anyway, even if it wasn't a pandemic, I'm a bit of a hermit, but I would still, you know, it's just being guided to hermit quite a lot. And I really do feel that is what a lot of divine masculine energies have been doing as well. And, or like some people are still feeling shit and they're in it. So if you are in the dark night soul right now, or just feeling really crap, or, you know, it is about, you are meant to be healing alone most of the time, and just really connecting with yourself and your feelings. And obviously, because I'm talking to twin flames as well, it's because you connect with your twin flame in the higher dimensions. And the more people that are around you, that, and especially, you know, again, I don't like going about every day, but it's true, the more people you're around that took certain experimental gene therapies that are now coming to light, how fucking dark that shit is. Just look in the right places. They've always been there, though. The truth has always been there. It's just, you know, a lot of people's pride and ego will not allow them to admit that they were wrong. And again, please note, I always just want to stress, if you are a twin flame divine masculine, regardless whether you're a woman or a man, because I know people that do this for several different reasons, there's loads of different reasons, peer pressure or whatever, or just genuinely, you know, believing it and maybe not coming across someone like myself, or even if someone like myself had sort of warned, because there's loads of people warning, you know, it's people, the fear gets the better of people, and like, well, I better do it, you know what I mean? You'll be led to people that will be able to help you with that, like me, or whoever. It's not just me, there are other people, but in general, apart from if twin flames have done that and your twin flame can transmute the energy, especially if they do like any kind of womb healing or anything like that, but really just your twin flame can do that. Being around loads of people that have had that, you know, it's not good for your energy. Like and again, you know, I have to be around people. No, it's people that I want to be around, but it's I limit my time. Yeah, I do limit my time and my boundaries and stuff. And what I find is, it's like, even when people want to meet up with me, so it'll fall through. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll arrange it and it just doesn't happen. Like, I'm being kept away. So again, you can be kept away from people as well when you are approaching union too. It is a thing, but whatever it is, I'm just sort of saying, for whoever that resonates with, divine masculine energies, you're meant to be looking after you, and so that you can discern when you do spend time around people that aren't good for your energy, that you can really recognize it. Because like I say, I've worked with people that they're like, how the fuck did I not see this until you've helped me see it? And I'm like, well, that's what I do. I help people see in the dark. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel shamans see in the dark with their heart. And it's like, I can see, you know, I see the light in people, but I also see the dark, and I can feel people's intentions. And I can see, and it's when people start just sharing a story about anything, whether it's friends, lovers, ex-lovers, family, I'll listen to them enough and kind of feel into it. And it's and all this is sort of that you need to spend time to go within to connect. And this is why, again, I know I say it, but it's true, they keep making me say it. Until we get into the time where it's instant healing and that's cleared like that, then fine. When we're in that, I'll start channeling when we're in that. We're not in it right now. It's because we are in instant manifestation, by the way. It's happened to me. It's like, whoa. But again, it's not, I guess what I say, it's not, don't judge your day one to someone's end of the book or whatever, or middle of the book, because it's all my hard work is accumulating to what is happening. But we are in instant manifestation, and so a lot of you will be experiencing this. If you're not experiencing it now, you will be experiencing it soon, because I'm very high energy, and whoever I'm choosing to have around me, you know what I mean, you'll benefit from my high energy, but also know that that's, you know, my memberships and that know that's why I'm getting guidance. As much as I love all of them, it's too close knit, it's too connected. Because I wasn't joking when I said that, like, I love all those women, but it's like, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm kind of glad. I think I do just kind of need to come that to a close, bring it to a close before my twin flame contacts, because it does kind of feel, I don't know, it kind of feels like you've got observers in the room or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm only joking, well, I think I'm joking, but it does kind of, you know, it just feels like I'm being guided to just pull my energy right back. And it's probably something to do with the fact that I was told throughout all the years as well that my friends create a bit of a force field around me, and it's like nobody, it's like guys can't get to me. So anyway, that kind of makes more and more sense as the years went on. Right, so are we clear? Self-care for the ones that are feeling down. Yeah, and they'll be noticing lots of synchronicities, or you will. The prayers and your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronous events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So what I'm saying about me seeing the clips, the end of the films, or finding fucking my twin flames' favourite film as soon as I had the TV on all day. And remember, my inner child had said, I want you to watch a film. Now, I didn't watch a film that day because I got off late. I didn't end up watching it yesterday. And then that was, as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh my God. But I didn't watch it because it's not the first one. And I want to watch them in order, and I want to watch them with him. I'm not even that bothered. I mean, I just want to watch it because it's what he likes, but not in a kind of cool way. Like, oh yeah, I really fucking love this film. If I don't like it, well, this is shit, right? But it's kind of like, I'll make him watch the romantic films. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going to watch The Vow, whether you like it or not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do. But it's these kind of synchronicities. Your twin flame should and will be getting ones like that. And if you're at kind of at more of the start of the journey, it won't be as strong. But if you're nearing the end, it will be pretty unbelievable. And it's to show you that it's real, that it's not in your head, that you're not imagining it. Because again, like, it's like I can't speak for like how he feels about me, but it is like I had him on a pedestal for quite a long time. And I mean, I still do, but in a healthy way, you know what I mean? So, but what you've got to do is like, your twin flame will do that with you. And you, oh, how funny. Wow. I said untouchable. And I meant in the way of, I'm so high energy that I don't let anytime I would have thought like, oh shit, I don't want to talk about love, because then love can lead to twin flames, and twin flames can lead to who's your twin flame. And, you know, that's how I always used to think. And I'd always kind of like gossipy folk that, or just in it, like, I'd always just be worried about all of that. And like, I honestly don't give a shit. Like, some of them probably are hooking in on this, but some of them probably aren't, because I talk for so long. I couldn't care less. I honestly couldn't care less. Like, do you know what I mean? I just laugh in the face of danger. It's not even danger. It's just like people that need to get a life. But that can be taken another way. Like, you can almost seem like you're untouchable to your own twin flame. You don't want it to seem like that. And I think it's actually worse when people are on platforms like this, or I know people that are on, you know, the bigger, well, not big, well, this is probably the biggest, but you know, like other platforms, flying the flag, helping people. Yeah, so I'm just putting that out there as well, that it's like, and that's for whoever's in that situation, it's just something that your own twin flame would need to get over. Like, that sounds harsh, but leader of light, where are you being called to serve and support others? Because I'm being called to do that. And what I'm basically saying, oh God, here's one I prepared earlier, 36. Again, remember, I keep getting drawn to 36 because my twin flame's 36. but it will be relevant to other people. If I'm doing this, he's got to do this too at some point, even if it's just behind the scenes. But I happen to feel it won't be behind the scenes. Anyway, that's for his thing. But right, okay, let's check in on the ones that are feeling high energy. I put music on last night. I went to sleep. It had a baby, I'm amazed by you. Charlotte just said Lone Star. I just started, oh, Charlotte, I didn't see the bit where you started crying. Baby, when your eyes meet, it's feeling inside me. It's just more than I can take. Well, that was quite a good accent. I don't know. Do I know the rest of the words? Yeah. It's like I like it, but I kind of don't, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I like it, but it's oh no, you've actually wrote it. How funny. I didn't even read that bit yet. Yeah. It's feeling it. Look, and I sang the bit you wrote. I actually sang the bit you wrote. And that's the bit I didn't sing. I can feel how much you love me, and it just blows me away. Aye, and look, the alarm of that's basically it. But what I'm saying is, what they keep getting me to say is that's why I'm sitting saying, like, I'm not lying. Like, honestly, I sometimes feel like I'm a guy. Do you know what I mean? I'm not though. Like I'm not, but it's like I'm Joan of Arc energy. And it's like, I don't care how long it takes. I'll fucking sit here till next Christmas, and that'll mean I've been doing that for a whole year. You know what I mean? Like, because it is healing my twin. Like, until he gets that you're not imagining it is real. I feel like I'm in Back to the Future as well. Oh. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. Soulmate relationship, which for me, this is the twin flame divine counterpart card. New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. What? Where? And the thing is, it's quite funny, right? Because again, I would be surprised if my twin flame was actually cutting about down. Well, I really would be. But I did, when I was walking, I'm like, why do I feel like he's somewhere? But I think it is just because his energy is always with me. But it was more than that. So, yeah. So, but I do just kind of feel like it's just these exciting energies. But yeah, you know, new romance with a spiritual basis here for you now. This is about, it might not be literally today, but it's very close. It's very, very close for a lot of you. And I just think it's funny and quite exciting that I'm like, is my one in the sad energy still? And I've, you know, got to just keep doing this till Christmas. Hopefully that was me fucking spot on. Or is he in the one that's feeling good? And I guess we'll just see, and you'll just have to find out further down the line when I decide to say. But it's kind of like, you know, for some people it is really here. And that's what that card's about, is I'm a leader of light. I wouldn't put it like that, but you know, and I'm just passing on the messages. Right. So again, back to the sad people. One night a man had a dream. He dreamed he was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky, I forgot it said that, flashed scenes from his life. For each scene, he noticed two sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to him and the other to the Lord. When the last scene of his life flashed before him, he looked back at the footprints in the sand. He noticed that along the path of his life, there was only one set of footprints. He also noticed it happened at the very lowest and saddest times in his life. This really bothered him, and he questioned the Lord about it. My God, they're talking about something I'll share in a minute. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I've noticed that during the most troublesome times in my life, there's only one set of footprints. I don't understand why, when I needed you the most, you would leave me. The Lord replied, my precious, precious child, I love you and I would never leave you during your times of trial and suffering. When you see only one set of footprints, it was me that carried you. So again, that is about God carrying you in your darkest time, your dark night. So it reminds me of the blinded by your light, you came and saved me. Who's that? Stormzy. But it's like your twin saving you. Wait a minute. Why is it coming up, Bruce? I just spoiled the moment. Why is it coming up, Bruce Springsteen? Maybe somebody needs to listen. I don't fucking know what that is. I'm fucking singing. Blinded by the light, revved up like a juice. Another runner in the night. Oh, runner. That's what happens in Twinflame Journey. You both run. Blinded by the light, revved up like a juice. Another runner in the night. All right, it's just saying the same thing. Madman, drummers, bummers, Indians. This is relevant. It will be relevant somewhere. The very But she was blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. That could be he as well. Your light does blind your twin. Literally. But it's like, that's what I mean about you put them on a pedestal. Like, honestly, you would think my fucking twin was trying to take the way I fucking spoke about for 10 years. You know what I mean? Yes, anyway. And yeah, so that is what happens. But what I'm saying is, and listen, I'm being bold saying that, right? I didn't see like that at the time. I didn't think he was fucking saying that like about me. I didn't think that he was thinking I was like that. I felt like I'm not worthy, do you know what I mean? But I think it's like a two-way thing. And I think it's a wee bit of, it's like some really unfortunate thing that you find out when you're meant to. You both thought the same, but you act it in different ways. Because what I'm saying is, my one's thought that secretly, privately himself, probably not even fucking told anyone, or like I don't know, a few people. Because remember, I'm not just going on anything, right? I have had quite a few divine breadcrumbs, because I have said before that right when we first met, and I'm pretty sure he was 17 and I was 19, like, you know, I was like either 18 about to be 19, or I was 19. But I then went on a night out, and I'd probably, I hadn't even slept, I'd kissed him a couple of times in a club, and it was like the girl I was out with was like someone that he's grew up with or something, and like she was saying, oh yeah, he's like been talking about a girl from Portobello and that, and called Claire, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking, all right. But remember, I wasn't in the feelings that I am now. I just thought he was the hot guy that I'd met uptown. So, and then you think, oh, well, that's nothing. But then there's been loads more like that too. And I'm like, but wait a minute, that doesn't add up, baby. He never says anything like that to me. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah, anyway. Right, now anyway, that one I was singing was Stormzy, right, fuck, because I did want to tidy up, but it's just not going to happen. I've never been this, oh God, you've wrote all the things, right, okay, right, let's pull the Rumi, because did I go into the, no, I didn't go into, oh yeah, oh my God, that actually really fucking makes sense. Wow, that really makes sense. Let's pull the, so I pulled the soulmate twin flame card for the ones that are feeling good. Tell me where the ones are at that are not feeling good. Well, there he is. I love fucking with people. It's so funny. But it is one of my angelic. It is one of my angelic best friends. Not the one that's coming, but it's... Actually, you know what? That friend that's just messaged me serendipitously has met my twin flame 3 different times. And one of the times he went up to her in a bar. Now, for all I'm aware, he wasn't chatting her up, right? I just feel he was, it might be. I just feel he was feeling her connection to me. He went up and he introduced himself by his full name. Who the fuck does that? No judgment, twin, but you know what I mean. And she then messaged me. It was like 2:30 in the morning or something. The festival. She was like, by the way, get your arse here, like you know what I mean? Your mom's here, kind of. And I was like, listen, I'm not getting up at 2:30 in the morning when I'm in my fucking bed half asleep. That's fucking desperate, and that's got desperate written all over it. So I hope you have a good night. I hope he has a good night. Don't tell me what he's doing, and you know what I mean? And that's how you do it. You know what I mean? Don't act on desperation. The intention behind that would have been lying. You know what I mean? Just as it happened, when was that? Not too long ago, like last year, where, like, I mean, God, by the way, I don't have people spying. Like, I don't get them, but I mean, yeah, like I did get 2 people in the one day, we're like, oh, by the way, I've just seen such and such. And it's like, just come down. I wish I was with you. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just kind of like, and it was funny, but my two friends at the time and I was just like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not fair. Like, if I was meant to be there and, you know, be fucking like a rabbit in the headlights, like fucking life had just caught me off guard, that I would have been, you know what I mean? It wasn't time yet. So, right. Where are the sad ones at? Sorry to call you the sad one if that's you, you're twin, but you know what I'm saying. Look at the things I've posted on the shorts. They're blossoming and their higher self is activating and they're completely in their fields. Guys, this was the cards I pulled last night for both twins. So they are balancing their energies. So they're not too far behind the union energy one, to be honest. Like these were the, look, and it's got 8-8 on it as well. These were the exact two cards I pulled for the feminine and the masculine. So those of you that are sad, hold on. And that is what that song's about. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. I will rescue you. But you don't rescue them by codependency. And don't worry, I'll just fucking make it all better. No, I learned with that with my karmic partners, right? Then they try and fix somebody's broken wings. They'll just fucking, you know what I mean? Let them get on with their own shit. Breakthrough, processing karmic debris. So again, the ones that are feeling good, I actually happen to feel this has all been sorted out. Like this is people that have come away from romantic partners or past romantic partners, you know, putting more boundaries up where that's needed, like when kids are involved and stuff. And at karmic friends where people are like, wow, this person's a dick. Like, how was I even friends with them? Whatever. So that's obviously channeling someone. What else for the ones that are feeling good? Am I just going to be singing all the time? This is hilarious, by the way, because I have sang like on and off all the time when I've done shit like this, like when I'm doing any of it, but not, it's just like all the fucking time. I'm really starting to wonder if my twin flame likes singing. I've never heard them sing. Just like I only know that his favourite films were Jason Bourne because he told me one time. I don't know what other favourite films are. So that's why that's crazy. Of all the fucking films that could have been on, it's the only film he's ever told me that I know is his favourite. Because I don't know what other ones are. In fact, really everything I'm channeling, to be honest, quite a lot of what I'm channeling is, and I'm not doing it, but it's like it's just coming in things fast, you know what I mean? Fast. Yeah. This is what I mean. This is the true. They're just embodied. They're showing you how it should be. So if this isn't how it is for you, you know, maybe you're not on the path, and you know, good for you. Find an actual soulmate, and there's not as much kind of pain and drama, and but then you also don't get the passionate union. Joy, yeah, exactly. As I got pulled to joy. The generator, and remember that's what I'll say. Like I'm clear quartz. My energy amplifies whatever you got going on. So if you already heard songs, synchronicities, just get ready for it to amp up. Do you know what I mean? It happens, especially after that challenge. Violet flame activation, because that's what that was. I have the violet flame in my aura, the key codes. So, like for instance, someone I'll be able to post that when I get the community bit. So come on, guys, tell your twin flame friends, let's get this up to 500. And I'm not one of them people, but apparently I am now. But we want to get to set the 444. Someone has said when they done that activation on replay, they'd already saw light codes or something like that. I don't know, on the door or something, but it was like, she said new ones appeared. And again, this is because, like I say, we get light codes all the time, but I'm a key code holder. So it's like I say all the time when I'm doing this, it is all activations, even if I'm just popping on for a minute or whatever. And it's those of you that are really connected to me, like you will feel it. You know what I mean? Like people say all the time, they feel, they just feel their energy shifted. But that's what was good about the challenge, because I poured so much energy into it for free, taking a risk, because again, like fully transparent, like nobody did buy, because again, I'm helping people with their money as well, so I didn't really expect anybody to buy anything that week. But then because I was patient, I mean, it wasn't that long though, money started to come the other day. Do you know what I mean? And it was, this is what's hilarious, it wasn't even from anyone that done the challenge. Do you know what I mean? And that's why when you do something with an open heart and you work for God, you will be rewarded, but you've truly got to do it from a genuine place and work for God and not be a money hungry, greedy person, like people pretending to be twin flames, getting people's money from people. Like, again, like I've said, I've cleared dark energy and spell work from loads of twin flames that were desperate to connect with their twin flame, and they've unfortunately spent loads of money on someone that was not who they said they were. And so that's what I'm saying, like, you know, yeah, you do need to spend money on your healing journey. You do need to spend money if you've got money blocks. You do need to spend money, because it's not money blocks in the sense that a lot of, I'm just letting this flow, but I think I need those money cards. It's not money blocks in the sense of limiting beliefs. And that's where they led me down this path. It feels like a garden path a little bit, but you know, this path to work that out, because I've done everything. I've invested loads of money to clear things like that, coach it, and none of it ever worked. And I'm like, I just think I'm into, I don't like the vibration of money. Like, I just don't, you know, I don't resonate when people say shit like that. And that's what it was. There was just something kind of missing. So if you're on this path, if you experience the same, you'll be like me. If you're not quite resonating with that, but don't worry, but some people will. And you truly do need to connect into that. And it's really trusting and having faith. And I just feel the heavens will open up down upon you. And if you're having that, just shower of good shit happening to you. Including that, like, well, that's coming. Like, sorry, I didn't mean that. Good luck. This is, I mean, get used to it, guys. I think I'm not meaning that. That just comes out my mouth. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell. Ground, shield, and protect. Like, protect your energy. That was funny. Protect, ground, shield, and protect. Protect your energy. That reminds me of like Mary Magdalene stuff in the middle of that thing. It's powerful energy. Right, and people are going to want a bit, so just make sure that the person that's getting a bit is the person you want to take a bit, do you know what I mean? That's quite funny. Right, so let's pull the Rumi card. Look, that's your twin. That's some people's twin. They're in hermit mode. Some of them are in hermit mode because they're licking their wounds, they're healing, they're finding out about twin flames. They may even be watching you, or they'll be watching someone else, or they'll be watching a bit of both. They might not watch you too. It might be too overwhelming. Actually, I've put myself in that perspective. I'd probably find it a bit much, especially when people talk for as long as me. But and some are actually in hermit mode and they've been doing a lot of healing and they're about to spring up on you. What's that? Look, that's the people that are carrying the heavy burdens. But remember, it's the 10 of Wands, so it's like it's at the end of something. It's so that can be read two ways. Like, and then I'm being drawn to the Ace of Swords. Just trust me, I'm being drawn to the Ace of Swords, which says understanding. So no, yeah, just believe me. So there's an understanding of why all these difficulties have happened for some divine masculine energies. And that's the same card, Ace of Cups, new beginnings in love. Dolphin, cosmic consciousness, breath, sacred geography. But that's the new earth energy. Introspection, that's like the hermit. There's a lot of divine masculine energies that know a lot more than what you may realize. Like they're awakening to ancient wisdom as well. And they want to, oh my God, I just got chills. Look, 2 of Cups. They want that with you. They want the same thing as you. And this is only going to speak to people that, again, like I say, if it hits you in the heart, it's your message. So it might not be happening right away, but this is happening right away very soon for a lot of people. Sacral chakra, creativity and change, look. But notice how I'm not laughing, I'm not making that like a dirty thing or, you know, it's like sacred union is powerful. Sacred sex, we're changing the paradigm. I wasn't to know that the night I met that hot guy. Oh, and a message is coming. A message followed by somebody travelling towards you. Right, that's enough of that because it will spoil the surprise for those of you that's for. Right, so, but remember, I channel the Akashic Records, so that can happen whenever. Right, this is what happens to me. All sorts of songs pop into my head and often just sing a line to people. Yeah. That's the clairaudience. And again, that could get heightened now that you've been hanging around here as well, or the films that it's just and the thing is, remember the divine like that happens to like because of the whole divine masculine thing, that happens to, so that will happen to your twin too, is what I'm saying. Would be my feeling. You mirror each other, which is it is really intense and quite, I think I've got my head around it now, but it is quite interesting for me because I'm like, but that's because, but you see, you let go of who you knew before. If you're like me and you knew them, but you let go of them, you'll still get parts of them. But they like that's what I wrote in that thing yesterday. I'm completely fucking different, but I love who I was then. But I was very shy and I wasn't really owning it. And I'm grateful that actually he saw something in me when I was like that. But I like who I am. I fucking love who I am a lot better now. Do you know what I mean? Because this is more true. Right, the Rumi card. Money comes to me from ways other than my work. Just like you say, do your work honestly and heart lead, and money flows from other places. Yeah, but it should be in massive quantities now, Charlotte. That's the only difference. We're quantum leaping. That's what that challenge was all about. So update me. You can update me in private or on here and that, because I'm just sewing an orange badge. As you pulled the orange card. What do you mean an orange badge? The lion and the deer. Oh my God. And it's 22. That's a master builder number. 22nd August could be significant there. Some people are like, fuck that, that's ages away. Listen, I'm just putting out there, right? I'm not being funny. I've been like, I don't know about the word manifesting annoys me because that's been like infiltrated and muddied as well. But I have been manifesting, visualizing, going to the festival with that guy for as long as I can fucking remember. Like, I even got tickets to this certain comedian in November. And I was hoping I was going to be going with him then, I'm not going to lie. And I had to just fucking go with my pal that's actually going to arrive very soon. But somebody that actually said to me, yeah, you could have actually possibly manifested going with him. But I feel this friend of yours needs it more. And that's probably because you see my twin, well, he wasn't, he wouldn't have been ready. Because for all I know, for all I know right now, it's like, he might have still been caught up and stuff, or just caught up in his own head, whatever. But yeah. We'll just see. It's but obviously, even if it's like the last fucking weekend of it, that's better than nothing. Do you know what I mean? I don't even need to go and see a show, but I think me and you should be actually getting, and I'll even drink. I don't even drink, but I think I do deserve at least one fucking half pint with the other half of my soul in the festival. I really do feel I deserve it. I don't think that's a lot to ask, God. So if you could kind of like, make my twin feel a little bit better than he does. Oh dear. Right, so 22. So yeah, I'm just injecting a little bit of humour. And don't worry, we can hide. I'm a shaman. I'll hide us from people. Yeah, fuck it. I'll say, do you know that one time, this was many, many years ago, right? I had said to someone that I was with, the friend at the time, and this isn't the same night. Remember, I've said a story that this happened a few years ago, not too long ago, and I feel like he was single. I don't know how I know. I just feel like it. This was like even longer than that. So this was like 8 years ago, maybe, or something. And so I'd said to that friend, who was one of my best friends, but she wasn't one of the ones that seen me as much as the other ones. And so she's not as used to it, but she was used to it enough. But anyway, long story short, I said, yeah, I feel like we're going to see him somewhere. Like, and I'm not kidding. We'd only been there for like half an hour or something. And it was right when these guys had come, like we'd been drinking beer and everything, me and this friend, right? And there was thousands of people, because people come from all over the world. And right as these guys decided to buy like champagne and all that, and it looked a bit flashy, which isn't really my thing, right? I was drinking half pints and quite happy with it. Like, I just felt him, and I was just like, why do I feel like he's sorry? Like what? And like I turned around, and shit, you know, he was like this. He was like this far away, but he was on a date, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, well, this is highly uncomfortable, isn't it? Fuck. Do you know what I mean? Person you're in love with, that you're fucking not even speaking to anywhere, is fucking standing there with someone else, and I could tell he was thinking the same. I was like, shit. And anyway, what ended up happening was he walked away with a girl and sat down, and I was standing with the, you know, so I probably was, you know, I don't do stuff like that, but I wasn't meaning to be like, I wasn't meaning to be a dick, but like, at the end of the day, I wasn't there on a date. But you know, I just kind of had to enjoy my night. But what I thought was quite funny was the fact that those guys are buying champagne and that, because had he actually seen what the truth of it was that was just because my friend was talking to them. And that's kind of like what happened that last time, it wasn't too long ago as well. My friend was talking to the guy, and I was talking to the other one, who actually, like, no offense, he was a nice guy and he was actually quite good looking, but he had no teeth. It's not really my thing. But you know, my twin wouldn't have really been able to see that from. That is quite funny, by the way. That is really funny. It's actually fucking true. But yeah, that night, my friend was like, he has not taken his eyes off you once. And he walked away with that girl kind of giving him a hard time, and no fucking wonder. Do you know what I mean? She would have been like, who the fuck is that? So sorry to whoever that girl is. He was looking at the other half of his soul. And but then it's really not funny, because then I just end up getting really drunk, and I think I just end up crying all night. You know what I mean? And then it just kind of goes a bit downhill, and it's a bit sad, isn't it? So this is what I mean. And then I could go on and on and on. I won't go into all the other stories because I don't think that's fair. But there's other times that we've seen each other at the festival, and it's just not been great. So I think that would be good to transmute some of that energy with the violet flame, but just really having a nice, I don't like the word normal, because it's never going to be normal. It's never going to be boring when me and him are together when you're with your traveling. But it's like, I think it would be nice just to have some fucking fun, actually play, you know what I mean? And let's actually not talk about all the other people that have done whatever or whoever, or because it's all meant to be. Boom, drop the mic, see you later. No, I'm joking. Let's read this card. But by the way, the lion and the deer, I'm sure that's from the Bible or something. And I don't know, because obviously I've clearly known this in a past life, but I never went to church or anything. Do you know what I mean? Plus, we both have deep connection to music. We played the same instrument in a jazz band. Oh my God. Right, Charlotte, just stop. I walked past. I walked past people playing the shit, you know, I'm not kidding. I should have filmed it, but it's not really fair to film people when they don't know you're on the film. There was a fucking band, like this one time at band camp. There was people playing the trumpet and whatever, and it was sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Like, but it was really good because it was with a trumpet and everything. So it's just hilarious. It must have been for you. So there you go. There's a sign for you, because that wasn't for me. Although me and my twin did say at one point, when Facebook, but this is how long we've known each other, with the Facebook Messenger, when Facebook came around again, he just popped up one night when I was on the laptop, and it was like, you know, long time no see or something, whatever, what's happening, probably knowing him. And like that's what we spoke about, that we like house music, but with the not the trumpet, what is it, the saxophone, because I do love that. Like for instance, my alarm is that Jubel, oh God, I can't say it, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's save me, save me, save me, you know what I mean? But actually that means something, save me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you are saving your twin soul, you know what I mean, from whatever and whoever for some people. Right, so the lion and the deer, and it's about to be 1444 when I'm reading this. So when you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly towards heaven, you become graceful like the angel. And I've put fucking things up about angels today. Interesting. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair and yearning, your joy leads away. We're talking about joy. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be the paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. Beautiful. Right. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet, and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear, so terrified it gives up the game and love's conquest happens yet again. It's 1444 now, and this is actually very linked to the way that I've told my stories that are true in a modern way. And it's like this is echoing it. I can see how it is. If I should come to, so wait a minute, it's like basically you humble each other in a different way, but it's not a competition. That's energy that's clean. It's not a competition. Like, that's why I'm, you know, I really am stressing that it's like, that honestly breaks my heart that my twin would think that I would be a victim in the slightest, do you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to be at all. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think I can stress that anymore. But you do have to keep on saying it if you're doing things like me. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing, and deers are unconditional love, and what do I heal with? You offer me nothing to fear or resist, so I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. So then I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw succour, evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love, is what you give me. For you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breezes of spring. And I know there's a lot of my clients that really connect with deer as a power animal. Hello, my old friends. Hello from the other side. Yeah, tell me about it. We've been fucking separated by dimensions for years. Even if I fucking had ran down the beach that day, I wouldn't be able to find them. Oh shit, come on, that is funny. Right. That really is funny. My face is going red, but it's quite funny. Sewing rainbow, like brownie. Oh, like brownies. Like, maybe when I told the story of, but actually, I don't think I made it clear, when I fell down the stairs when I was going to brownie camp. Mortified. On her t-shirt, it's an actual badge. The badge actually says helper, and it's two hands being held. Fuck, just realised that's like when you're holding the two of cotton. The divine is helping the divine lovers be led to one another. Yes, I can't wait to have more fun with mine. Yeah, me too. You know, I don't just mean like that, but love the trumpet. I played clarinet. It's been a while though. Right, okay, so I'll try and sing this. I'll try and say this without singing. Hello, my old friend. Do you remember me? We are the oldest of friends, ancient soulmates. We are acquainted over many lifetimes. Remember the dolphin card as well? Passed and through many lessons learned together in the school of love. Oh my God. And it also said your twin will be feeling ancient wisdom too. So here we meet again in this advanced spiritual training of the human experience with Earth as our classroom. The moment is upon us to leave behind that which we once have known and to open up to the great mystery of life. Our souls leapt from the, it's like I want to go, great God. Shit, fuck, honestly. Then it is like that though, isn't it? It's like, does anybody, I've always walked about laughing, does anybody else experience life like me? Does God speak to you constantly? Oh, that's why I say, like, honestly, I'm Joan of Arc with a truth bit, but I'm like St. Julian Norwich, whatever, St. Julian of Norwich or whatever, because she channeled 16 divine revelations or something. That's what I'm fucking reading now. That's what I'm doing. That's it. I never channeled these, I don't think. I'm reading them. I'm channeling my own true ones, though. Right, so our souls leapt from the divine oneness through the river of forgetfulness and now dive into a body and a life. What a journey that leap begins. And remember, we quantum leaped in that challenge. Let us embark on the studious adventure together. Let us honor the tiger, my power animal, and the lamb, and yours as well, within each other, the lion and the deer. Are we just a whole lot of wolves and tigers around here? And deers and lambs. I can witness in you both the raging warrior who fights with the unbreakable honor and the healer who brings together those things torn apart. Of course, for we are not all things. For are we not all things? We are not human and angel, animal and spirit. Are we not heaven and earth? Are we not divine? And in being divine, being all things are divine. So we are here together in the school of love, not for the soul who still adheres to the preference instead of curiosity, not for the soul who craves comfort instead of devotion to divine adventure. We must be like lovers, you and I. If we are to take the lessons, we must be willing to become mad with passion, crazy enough to chase the great beloved, even if it means forgetting who we are for a time, to have the sacred delight of rediscovery, breaking some rules and looking like fools, which is why I've been sitting here for 8 months, and I don't regret any of it. I don't resent my twin either for that. Like I'm having fucking shitloads of fun now. Do you know what I mean? It might not even be as fun when he's here to do. It will be. But do you know what I mean? You do have to look like a fool for love. You do. And it really makes a lot of sense. Why I was laughing when I was reading something earlier, it was I remember when I worked in the crystal shop, an older medium that I read, she tried to trick me actually, like not in a bad way, but she didn't tell me she was a medium, and she was a bit grumpy, you know. Sorry if you're watching this, I doubt she is. But anyway, long story short, her name was Rose actually, and I'm being drawn to Rose. And I started, you know, doing my reading in the shop, and I was very shy, and I was in the back of the shop, but I blew quite a few people away. If you go and look on my Facebook page, if you look at all the reviews right at the bottom, or you know, wherever they are, the oldest ones, you'll see that they go on about me being in a shop, or that some people are skeptical and all this kind of stuff. But I blew them away. And that she was one of them. And she said to me, like, there was at the shop at the till, like there was like squares, right, like tiles, like little tiles. And so anyway, in her reading, I blew her away. I said her, you know, I was going on about a Rose, and I was saying her granny was called Rose, and that was right. Like she was Rose and her granny was Rose and whatever else, can't remember anything else. But what she said to me was, she said, can I tell you something? I said, yeah. And she says there's someone in your life you've got a very strong connection with, and you both feel the same about one another, but you know, it's something about, you know, you'll take a while to kind of come back together, but when you do, it'll be you. Time's up. It'll be you that does something about it. And I was just like, I don't fucking think so. Do you know what I mean? But I see what she means now, because that wasn't sending a message. I think it was doing this, because that is sending a message in a way, isn't it? The message to the world, actually, to help people in this situation. But it's kind of like yeah, it was something about, because you're going round in circles, but she was tracing the little square on the tiles. She was like, you're going like this, you and him are going like that, a bit like other people have said, you're like two passing ships in the night. She was like, you're just going like that, and someone needs to break the chain, like somebody needs to do something about it, because both your pride will get in the way, basically. And so that, and look at it, you know, what better way to break down your pride and ego by making an arse of yourself but having fun for like 8 months on YouTube. You know what I mean? Fucking love it. I think it's a brilliant idea. I mean, I didn't plan it. Like, I just thought I was going to do it for 2 weeks, and here I am. Started in December, and now I'm still sitting here in fucking, well, nearly August. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. It's probably why all my favourite films as a kid, it ends with, like, all the romantic films, it ends with somebody making a fool of themselves, doesn't it? Like, and it's normally the guy doing that. But you know, you know what I mean? It's fine. You know, as long as it brings forward the other half of my soul, I don't really care. Right, so where did we get to in the book? Right, so, well, what could be greater than becoming a fool for love? That will That will do for us. That will do well. Let us be fools for love together. So shall we become study mates? We'll recognise each other, even in all our varied garbs. Don't know what a garb is. Anyone know what a garb is? Hello, Michelle. I'm in the middle of reading this thing. Bright and sombre, wild and gentle, we'll become the most enthusiastic students in the school of love, urging each other on to ever greater fears of passion and devotion. How shall outdo each other in the grandest of gestures and our unwavering commitment? And I really do feel that as well, you know. Basically what my feeling would be about you and your twin flame, to pull it away from my, you know what I mean, it's what I've got the most experience in though, is you could have this feeling of there's no fucking way that they like love me more than I love them. And also I think where I'm different is like, listen, I'm just saying, like, I'm not one of these people that's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to say I love you right away because that's a bit too soon. And no, I'm sorry, I am. Like, so if you're not ready, my twin soul that's listening, or if it just, you know, just prepare yourself, because I am going to say that a lot. And I happen to feel you're going to want to tell me that a lot too. And that's okay. You know, that's just uniquely me and him. Maybe you and your twin need to build up to it a bit. You know, obviously I'm not going to overwhelm him with it too, but I can't help it. It's like I'm going to be in fucking tears. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest, guys. In my membership the other day, I was in fucking tears already, crying with fucking joy and gratitude at other shit that was happening. So that's just it. You know, I mean, can't apologize for that. Caught up tidy and just realised the time. That's all right, dog, because I'm doing this, so that's worked out. See if that works out. This oracle brings you a special message. It's time to fucking tidy up. Oh, right, okay. See, it's giving me a bit extra time to tidy up. See how it all works out. It all works out. Everything works out in life. Stop worrying so much. This oracle brings you a special message. You are rediscovering a part of yourself that has been lost or submerged underneath more practical concerns or absolute bullshit. Sorry, what was that? The trickery and the spell work and the people that haven't wanted you to be together because they were jealous. And your own blocks as well. Of course, if practicality is about survival, then learning to be your true self is most essential and practical. All other paths lead to death of the soul. That's the death of the ego, the dark night of the soul. You are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause some discomfort at first, even though they will ultimately bring joy and greater fulfillment. The discomfort may be around how those talents are best expressed, about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, and other judgments. Again, I always say this is what I'm here to heal in all of you. It may even be about who you are. If you now admit your talent and other emerging personality traits, perhaps what is being unearthed in you now is darker. Your sacred rage, refusal to accept disrespect in your life, your inability to tolerate lies and deceptions. Well, I'm not apologizing for that. I've always been that person. Bullshit. Oh, that's from how to Lose a Guy in 10 Days as well, Charlotte. Bullshit. You know what I mean? Because they're playing that game. And he calls bullshit on her. How funny. And it's like he's the divine feminine as well. Why is that in all these films? This must be the unique way that God speaks to me about these films, but it's like he's the one that's like, no, hang on a minute, come back here. And again, it does remind me of, as much as like you might be like, oh God, whoever Claire's twin is, you know what I mean? Like yeah, obviously I'm not going to dull my light or put down my spark, or let's say that leader light card or whatever it said, light leader card. Light leader makes me cringe. There's loads of people who used to DM me on Instagram and be like, hello there, I'm a leader of the light, can I talk to you? And I'd be like, so am I, but I didn't need to fucking call myself that and fucking, you know, bombard people's DMs, thanks very much. Sorry, not sorry, it's the truth. Oh, I was on to something there. Yeah, it reminds me when I had that moment with my twin, and I'd just, you know, it was me that had acted out of order, and then I was like, look, I'm really sorry, you know, have a good night, you know, just ignore me, blah blah blah. And he was like, hey, no, hang on a minute, can I speak to you? You know what I mean? Like, and a nice, because he is, you know, the part of me that is polite like that, he is polite like that, but the part of me that is also a bit unpredictable, he is also like that. Basically, he's my twin. I don't know if he can see this about himself, but I can see it. And I didn't always see it like that, but I do see it like that, and I have seen it like that for quite some time now. It just gets stronger and stronger. But you know what I mean? So wherever I'm able to help and heal and teach my twin, he is definitely able to do all of that with me. And the reason why I know that as well is because of whenever I've interacted with any of my clients, some of which are on here now, either lurking or talking. You know, some people, you know, work deeper with me than others. It's the same thing, isn't it? Like, without going into your shit or any of mine that, you know, I wouldn't want you to, isn't it always a beautiful experience, basically, where there's a lot of laughter, there might be tears, and you'll always say something that really helps me. You know what I mean? So, and that's how it should be with soul family. You know what I mean? That's why you should trust why you're getting pulled to someone. So yeah. Refusal to accept disrespect. Oh, I read that bit, but someone needed to hear it. Refusal to accept disrespect in your life. If you're not already cutting that shit out, get starting, right? Well, then you are the lion and the deer. That is nature. There is to be both in the world. You are not becoming contradictory or hypocritical. You are becoming whole. The guidance, actually, that's a bit strong. No, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to say exactly what I'm talking about, right? But I'm going to say something. There was a moment when I bumped into my twin, and I think he expected me to say something smart, or I don't know, pass some kind of judgment or something. And I just kind of thought, we were in a pub and it was on my birthday, and I just kind of stopped him, and I was like, and I think he said something like, "Oh, is it your birthday?" I'm like, "Fuck off, you know it's my birthday. You've seen all the people." But I was like, "Oh, right, oh, yeah, you know, just act daft." I just bump into you every fucking time on my birthday, wherever the fuck I am, because you got some kind of fucking tracker on me. Do you know what I mean? But even to know that, like, it just happened. So won't be over for free. Yes, I gathered. It's literally 3:00 now. I'm just talking back to her telepathically. She'll pick up what I'm putting down. Like 3:00 on the dot. But yeah, but instead of whatever it was he was expecting from me, because again, it's you judging yourself, you know what I mean? To get really deep here, I just said something really lovely, and he was kind of like, it kind of shocked him, and that's kind of like when I read that, and he didn't really know how to act, but he just said thanks, and then yeah, we just went about our own nights, awkwardly in the same place. That wasn't fun. But then I've said before that then when the truth kicked in with the drink, when nobody was looking, he was whispering sweet nothings in my ear. Yeah, and then when I said, right, let's talk outside, he fucking ran off again. And I was like, all right, well, he's still not ready. Gutting, but still not ready, you know? And then the way that fate would have it was, although, you know, he could have got like other, I'm not going to say any other girl, how do I know, but you know, he looked like he was having fun. He walked past my friend and her boyfriend at the time, and he was alone in the street. So what's that all about? You know what I mean? It kind of is basically saying, and the truth of it is, like, to be honest with you, I held it together, and then when I got into the taxi queue, I totally broke down, and I was like, I was drunk, but I was crying really quite badly. And then it's quite funny because then that moment I said the last time we saw each other, which was now exactly 6 years ago to the day yesterday, that was 2 months after that dramatic time that I'm talking about. But you can see how it's the, you know, that is the dance of the twins. It's like we were kind of playing games, but I actually wasn't really playing the game. Do you know what I mean? But also it's like he wanted to, but he wasn't ready. And that's where I'm saying, and again, these are things that is quite, I mean, that's like, because it's like I would rather I will, if you, no, I won't though, I don't want it. This is what I mean, I don't want it. So maybe I'm just meant to fucking say that here, and then so that my twin can feel me saying it, whatever, and just like, it all doesn't fucking matter. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't. The only reason it would personally matter to me is if it mattered to him and he wanted to talk about it to explain himself. But I already get it. I'm not going to say your twin flames get it as much as what I get it, other divine masculines. But I guess we can update further down the line. I always feel incredibly safe to be open, honest, and vulnerable in our sessions. There's so much beauty when there are revelations for us both during the session. Thank you, Charlotte. No, and same. It's, you know, it's Charlotte's when I was doing actually, well, it was I had a session with you, and then you were doing something back with me, and it was just like I said before, what you'd seen in the card, which I've got those cards. I was like, wow, I love the way that your Pisces kind of sees something different in that card. And it was actually, if you think about it, I can't remember exactly what it is, it's kind of very similar to what I'm doing now, because it was about, I just remember you'd said, because again, this is my stuff, well, it's his stuff, I'm my stuff, but it was just you'd kind of channeled something about, I think it was something about like, don't leave an awkward silence. And I was like, Charlotte, as if there's going to be any fucking chance for that. But the way that I've always got the downloads about it is whenever my twin comes towards me, I just want to shut my fucking mouth. Look how much I talk. I just want to zip it and let him talk, actually. You know what I mean? But I also do get that with the way, because of the people that I work with, I understand that like my voice has my energy has a healing frequency, and my voice does. And it's why I keep saying that, you know, I know for a fact, even if my twin doesn't tune into any of this, which is just really just easier for me to think about, like, because it would just put me off. Like me speaking up will be healing him, but I need him now. Do you know what I mean? I need his voice to heal me. And I mean, God, if he sings like me, that's even better. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, sing now. You will sing at once. I haven't heard you sing. Oh dear, that's quite funny. Right, so did I read all of this? I'm so joyful and happy. This energy is weird. I'm always quite happy any of this. Like I keep being drawn to my joy, and I'm just like fucking like, it's like fucking love drunk or something. The guy's not even here. Right. There is to be both in the world. Oh, I read that bit. This guidance, this oracle brings you is that you shall not prosper. That you shall prosper most now if you're willing to unbecome what you have believed yourself to be. It was never really true anyway, that view. It was partial at best and just a view, an identity, not a genuine reality, which is why my twin flames mask never fooled me once. He fooled everyone else. He fooled my friends. He fooled his friends. He never fooled me once. And that's why I terrify him. But he terrifies me too, just maybe not as much as I terrify him. And he does. But yeah, it's kind of one of the ones. It's like, am I more scared, or am I more scared of losing this person? And it's kind of like, you know, you do have to kind of get to that point where you're like, oh, fuck it, let's go. You know, let's just see what happens. Because I'm, as much as I'm sitting here giving it the bigger guys, like I've had visions of, like, you know, it is kind of funny. It's like, well, I'm just going to be embarrassed because I've been doing this basically. And then that's when I'm like, I bet the other twin flames, like, they'd probably just make out like they hadn't seen you or whatever, they don't know. But I'll just fucking call an elephant. I'll be like, right, look, you've been watching me or what? Do you know what I mean? And you've seen everything I said, so do we really like do we need to talk about it? I think we do. Do you know what I mean? Let's just get on with the rest of our lives. Maybe that's why this is as well as helping all of you. Maybe that's why this has been this way. Right. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity shall be shed as far too limiting. It won't feel true for you anymore, if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion this brings, you shall be temporary fuel to ignite the divine fires within. They simmer into life, cooking you from within, bringing all your flavors, spicy and sweet, bitter and sour, into perfect balance, so that your being, your presence, becomes an exquisite dish, served as a divine feast. Oh, and I'm making my friend dinner. You shall become nourishment for the world in perfect balance. Your being will hold all, for it holds all with it. It will deny nothing and become a tonic to feed every taste, every appetite, every hunger, and every deficiency. What an extraordinary sublime meal you shall be. how your presence shall nourish the world. And that bit, how your presence shall nourish the world, is about divine feminines are a leader of light, but so are divine masculines, because we have divine masculine women on the live right now that are all a leader of light. We're all leaders of light. Unless you're a bot, a karmic lurking, or somebody with no soul. Drop the mic. Sorry. True though. And it all begins with shedding the either or the or, and the recognizing instead the all. With such wild permission for unconditional love, you shall thrive in your beingness and feed the hungry world with a meal complete, satisfying, and exquisite. And it's just so funny that I'm making one of my best pals a meal, because, and it is my friend that I say, it's like, it's going to be fucking the only friend at this rate if you're like fucking high flying unicorns that get all this shit about the new earth and time's up. It's time for the divine lovers to meet. But yeah, I'm saying that because there's not really too many people that I let in my house will stop, but I want to sit and, you know, make them one of my Hello Fresh. There was something else coming in there. What was that again? Oh yeah, I think this is why a lot of the conversations I have with people that are anywhere near having any kind of literal communication rather than energetic higher self communication is what I notice about divine masculine energies, the women I work with, or some of the men, is that they really overthink, like, you know, what to say. Which isn't, again, that's not like a revelation itself. But it's kind of like what I'm just trying to think, you know, one of the women I work with really closely, and literally every time we have a session, it is always just me readjusting her to focus and just, and I get, like I said this before, but they're getting me to say it. Close your eyes, remember how amazing you are, and just write from your heart. Like I think there's meditator. God, I really need to find them because they would be quite helpful for people. But whenever it was I done that in one of the big long lives, you know, just get yourself feeling as happy and laughing and joyful and whatever, whether that's music or going to walk or different for different people. Like get yourself in a good place, a happy place. And yeah, if people need to have had a wee drink to get Dutch courage, I don't advise it if you've come away from alcohol. But if you need that and you're still drinking it, then there's nothing wrong with that either. It's basically be yourself, but come with that energy of good intentions and excited feelings and fun. And, you know, it doesn't need to be some big fucking love poem. It, like I've said before, it can be sending a song. It can be sending some kind of funny wee emoji, or that it can be, and that's what is really weird, that, you know, sometimes when someone passes on a message, a channeler, a medium, whether it's general or specific, or that older medium woman that said that to me in the shop, I'm thinking she was mean and I was going to be the one texting him being like, right, come on, are you like ready to do this now or what? Or, you know, are you seeing anyone or what? Actually, shit, it's like I'm channeling then, and that's honestly, you've seen the other ones. I was like, I'm not sharing that. That's fucking cringe. Like all these films are cringe, but I do love it as well. I'm not gonna lie. But it's kind of like I thought it was going to be me sending a text like that, and it's not. It is this. It's this. But then it's like, it's what's exciting is that this needs to bring in the text or the WhatsApp or however the fuck you want to do it, twin. But you're not going to get it from me. I think I've made that clear. So again, I guess we kind of are still playing a little game, but you see, it's that lion and the lamb or whatever the fuck it is, deer. You know what I mean? It's that's the masculine and the feminine. Because the truth of it is, whether it's me and my twin or you and your twin, you both feel exactly the same way about each other. You love the fuck out that person. You want them to be happy, even if it's not with you. At some point, you've not felt worthy. You don't feel good enough. You think they're like a god or a goddess, whatever gender you are, and you're terrified of losing them. But the irony is, I can't speak for divine masculines. There's no fucking way when I get that guy back, I'm going to start crying. When I get that guy back in my life, that I would let him go. And then I really am channeling the end of that other film, No Strings Attached. And again, it's not the girl waiting on the guy. It's Natalie Portman going towards Ashton Kutcher. You know what I mean? We're in Leo season, but we're in Virgo moon. But that was really passionate, but it's probably because my soul, my Aries soul at the highest degrees, sits in the house of Virgo. And I'm very humble. I'm very confident as well in my work because it's God's work that I'm using, map it, but it's like, that is the truth. And also Virgo energy is very innocent and humble. So I'm humbly just telling the truth there, that it's like, my twin never ever needs to worry that I would ever go off with any. I'm a big massive flirt and I don't even realize it, but so is he. And I've never judged them for it. I think it's quite funny. Like, not in even a horrible way. Like, even when people have been saying it in a kind of, you know, because actually I remembered once I told the story about when I worked with one of his friends' mums, and I thought it was hilarious. What she said is he's a flirt, and I thought she said he's a tart. I was just like, all right, yeah, that's what it was. I couldn't remember when I told that story. But he's also totally sweet, like really, he's like me. What else can I say? Right, that's enough. Fuck me, by the way. I really am putting in the hard work, guys. It's not just, I mean, that they're working me hard. Right, okay, so my friend probably will be here soon. So, right, Rumi, who loves, that's funny because that one's like my old friend. Right, so Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, bear witness to my declaration now. Well, I think God has fucking done that. I didn't know this was going to say this. I honoured the spirit. Right, I'm going to wait a minute. I'm going to start again, and I'm not going. Oh, and now I'm channeling divine masculines. I'm going to start again. This is the divine masculines that are writing shit out. No, can't say that. They're going to take it the wrong way. Writing shit out. Can't say that. They're going to take it the wrong way. Oh, what if they're working? What if they're doing this? Again, I'm just putting out there again. If my twin's ready anytime soon, my friend will be leaving at some point tonight. And she'll leave right away. She'll leave as soon as she's fucking here, depending on when. Or she'll just, I'm joking. But you know what I'm saying? I'm making it clear, crystal fucking clear. I'm having a crystal clear vision that nothing and no one would come before that moment. I'm really flying the flag, guys, for the people that want me to be saying this for their twin, because that's what I'm saying about the women I work with. I love doing that in a session where someone's like, oh, I don't know what he's saying. Like, what do you think he meant by that? And do you think he's going to leave me? No, I don't think he's going to fucking leave. I think he's fucking healing himself in hermit mode because he's going for his dark night of soul and spiritual awakening. I think you just need to go and fucking do something fun and follow your calling. And he'll then be highly attracted to you because you're not fucking chasing after him, but you're not also rejecting him and being horrible. You know, it is a fine balance, granted, but you can do it. Right, okay. This is just absolute fucking truth coming through. I'm loving it today. These are total fucking truth bombs. Leo season, eat your heart out. Hello, Mercury and Leo. Right, okay. I'm going to read this and I'm going to go. I think it's this. We're blaming this, right? The coffee has dulled my fucking, it was dulling me down, and the juice is just, it's not, it's a quantum leap. If you don't want this to happen to you, if you don't want yourselves to go from like, I was already, I'd say I was at like 85%, 90%, tell my truth. If you don't want to go from that to like fucking skyrocket past the Richter scale, don't do the challenge. If you're ready for it, do the challenge. And then just write in the comments what happens. Yup, that is exactly what happens when I write messages, social media. Charlotte, I fucking love you. Just like I love my twin, I fucking love you. And I love Michelle, and I don't know if anyone else is type, but I love all of you that I don't even know. I just love everyone. I even love the people that hate me because you need love. But what I'm saying is, thank you for saying that, because you know what I mean? It's proven what I say, because that woman that I'm talking about, well, she'll know it's her when I watch this, but I mean, other people might think it's them, but it's something that frustrates me so much, because I'm like, I get it, because I can fall into that, but not with things like that. Like, so for instance, with what I wrote last night, I just totally poured that out from my heart, and it's not a coincidence. I pulled a card that said creative expression. from this deck. I think we'll just shuffle and I'll see if it come out, but I'll see whatever comes out. But I actually feel it's because my twin flame writes stuff as well. And again, guys, if you knew how we met and all that, and you've heard all the stories, it does, like, I don't know that part of him well enough to know what I'm talking. Just like I don't know if he can fucking sing. He might know people who sing, but I still want to hear him sing because it's funny. I can't sing, but it's funny. And sometimes some things I sing might sound all right, but I don't care either way. What I'm saying is it's like, perhaps because he's not expressing that, but I'm expressing it because I am very good at channeling, written stuff as well. This content is so fucking amazing. It should be that I'm not even that's very Leo thing to say about it, but I'm not being funny. Like this what I'm doing now should be on the paid platform. Like, and that's how much I've raised my vibration to be able to see that truth about this. That I hope people are grateful for me sharing this much in my life and my heart to get this across to people, how important this is. Hello, beautiful Angela. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be like, go to the extended, guys, to see me pouring my heart out. Fuck that. Let everybody watch. Makes a lot of sense now why I've been told things along the years, like whether it's at women or bigger things. I've always known what was between me and him was a really strong thing that not many people get, and that we're both lucky. And I feel he's felt the same. I just think there's a major confusion and not being on exactly the same page, but ironically being on the same page and all that, and just everything else that was meant to have happened. Right, what else did I say? Let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. And what did I do? I didn't let him come in and out my life. He tried several times because he was feeling that passion for me at that time in his life, and he was masking it with wanting to hook up. But I knew he was feeling more, but because he kept not admitting it, was having none of it. And I would just text back the next day and I would say, I think it was like one of the times I was like, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and congratulations on your niece being born. Because when one of his nieces was born, he phoned me loads, and I feel it's because it opened up his feels. You know what I mean? But I don't know if he recognised that, and I recognised that, and my other friend that's very wise recognised that. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Crystal clear visions. I surround myself and selling crystals all the time. Maybe my twin's getting into crystals. Teaching. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, listen, children, this is the journey of divine love I've been on, and I'm here to share my divine love revelations. You inspire young people to learn. And I do work with young people, but again, and healer, yeah, but we don't like that card because he's putting on a mask. It's a bit fucking, that's funny because Virgo moon right now, Virgo is the healer, and my Aries sun is in the house of Virgo. Do you know what I mean? You have spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. My soul was fucking dying to tell you how much I love my twin flame for teaching purposes. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to the divine life purpose, infinite abundance. And that's why my abundance is pouring in. I think there's, well, I don't think, I know there's more coming. Don't give a shit, because the thing I'm most excited about is him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think I really do have to stress that. I think people know that. My clients know that. But can you imagine if this is how much I'm sitting saying you guys, how much I love it? Can you actually imagine the voice notes that are on my phone, the things that I write down, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's how strong it is. And if you don't feel that strongly, that's what I mean. That's how strong it is for me. I just don't know how it is for other people. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career in every other area of your life. And this is my art. Telling my story in my card. My hair's greasy as fuck. I had a bath, but it's like I didn't wash my hair. Just saying. Right, anyway, my friend's going to be here soon. Right, so, and I think that means more than my female friend. Do you know what I mean? And my twin flame's not a female. So it's balanced as divine feminine energy, but it's very male. A hot one. Right, so, right, let's just read this sacred honouring ritual. and I'll be on my merry way, and I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't come on tomorrow, I'll be like, oh, I wonder what happened to Claire. I'll be on tomorrow, no matter what. What song's that? Boys or something. Right, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, bear witness to my declaration now. I honour the spiritual maturity within me that bestows upon my consciousness this sacred task. I've accepted the fundamental goodness of my being and can now cast aside all notions held of myself and inquire into my wholeness. What nestles alongside this goodness, all of course, I am unafraid, because I'm Joan of Arc, I'm only going to interrupt there. Joan of Arc template, I'm not claiming I'm Joan of Arc, although, like I say, it really does feel like it sometimes. I honour my heart, and it is big enough to hold all my nature within its graceful light. I witness my darkness with compassion and become able to dance with all of my being, light and dark, in graceful acknowledgement of my divine wholeness. The gentle acceptance of all of me now brings me peace. This acceptance allows the divine to live fully through me as a vessel for the great mysterious plan unfolding upon the earth. With reverence, grace, and surrender, so be it. Incredibly grateful. Yes, I know you are, Charlotte, and I feel you speak for a lot of people when you say that. Sit quietly for a few moments and gaze at the image upon the card. Notice, well, where did I put it? Here. Notice the colours, the interplay of light and dark that create the one beautiful image. This represents you, all light and all dark. Would have no art all remaining, only extremes. It is in the interplay of light and dark that enables the living art in progress, your soul, to come most fully to life. When you're ready, simply say thank you. You've completed your honouring ritual. And surely I don't need to point out, but just in case I do, what that's about is, I really do show you all of me, as much as what I'm comfortable doing and what they know I want, what I would be happy doing. So I just fully trust, and I have fully trusted that for the 7-8 years that I've been on social media. Again, don't quote me, that might be like, I think it is though. I think it is 7 years live streams, or 6 years, whatever it is. Whenever live streams became a thing, I started doing it. And it is actually 8 years, because I was doing it on the underground platforms before. But basically, it's why I show, like, when things have pissed me off, or when I'm a bit frustrated, or when I'm feeling a bit sad, or that day I was in my bed on a Sunday and I just wanted to cuddle my twin flame, and it's stronger than usual. And then it was actually because it was that Mother Mary energy was really coming in as well. But and you see my light, because that's what I said about, the leader of light. But it's really because we've all got that in us, and when people are just more real about it and honest, and can show that, again, and I always just stress this, people don't need to go fucking pouring their heart out on the internet, but I can tell you categorically 100% for a fact, I will watch this back at some point, probably tomorrow, because I'm just going to hang out with my pal, and probably tidy up this place and whatever. But when I watch it back, I'll watch it back and I'll be fucking proud of myself, because it is the truth. It is the absolute fucking truth. So if that helps other people and it dispels any kind of doubt in true twin flames' minds about how their twin flame feels about them, I think it's a good thing, because there is a collective of people that they're channeling karmic energies. They are. So this is what a true twin flame would talk about their twin flame like. And the spells that have been over, they've lifted. They have lifted, So it's like, when people are going on about what I'll say about fucking cutting off with a soulmate and all that, that's not twin flames. Go and educate yourself, or you wouldn't need to educate yourself. You'd feel it within your bones, within your heart. So I feel with me going that strong in on it. Thank you. Well done. I don't thank you. Take a bow. All of me loves all of you. Charlotte, could you please not make me cry? Because I don't really like, it's like I do like the song, but that in a nice way. That song's actually incredibly special to me. And I am going to go now for a cry, because I'm being drawn to all the synchronicities in my living room of why that's special to me. So Thank you very much. And it's actually, for once, it's not to do with him, except all of me does love all of him. But that's quite funny. Right, over and out. Have a lovely day. I'm very appreciative of anybody that has been booking a session, booking a session, booking a package, or any donations or anything like that. And again, only give if you've got it to give. Because like I say, and I'm being serious, what in the fuck has happened, right? My money's coming in because I do genuinely give when I've got it, and even when I've not had a lot to give. So now that I have got more to give, and then I paid a massive debt the other day, and I was more excited about being able to pay the massive debt than the money coming in. You know what I mean? It was just because I told myself that's not my money. Because when I owe people money, it's like I need to pay that back. Do you know what I mean? So whoever needs, oh shit, they're okay. I wanted to end it on the dramatic note, but I think they want me to find the abundance. I don't know. Oh, fuck, I don't know where they are. Wait a minute. Just give me a minute. Right. And I will be publishing the paid platform before, or before September, but I think more than likely at September. Where the fuck are those cards? Come on now. Oh yeah, there we go. See, they wouldn't let me say that if I wasn't going to find them. Right. What do we need to know with what I said? Peace, love, and crystal clear. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. And what did I do? I got inspired to do the challenge. Last minute, I done it, and my abundance is coming in. So when you have ideas, take action on them is the point, because they're divinely inspired ideas. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. But I also feel that's got a double meaning, by the way. I'm like so fucking tired and I've got bags on my anyway. I love myself unconditionally, but I'm just noticing that. That is about also when you get a divinely inspired idea that it's time to get in touch. Clean energy food, and I've been drinking that's fucking crazy. Clean energy food. When you fuel your body with healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Boom, drop the mic, indeed. Oh, and because I didn't do it at the start, right? Don't get a fright. I'm going to shake my rattle at you. I'm going to shake my rattle because I have been getting friends of mine that are checking in on my energy, or other healers that have said that I mean, I do, obviously, but I don't do it when I press record, but I open up the space and I call in my power animals, and I'm always protected. But because especially after day, because I'm being so honest and I really am calling out the dark energy, we might get people coming on being a bit of a dick. So Spanner people, I need you on the case. But we're not calling that, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I can handle it, right? We can handle it as a soul family team together. But I'm going to shake the rattle, because it doesn't matter that I was going to do it at the start. I'll just do it now, and that'll scare away any fuckers lurking. Right. So not crying face. Right, okay. So ready? Okay. So basically, while I'm here, if anybody's got any dark energies or entities, and this is also, you might not even be able to hear me. Sometimes it does funny stuff on the Zoom. Anyone that's like mind is like your own fear is getting in the way of your mind, and because really take that on board what I was saying. I really do feel for the ones that I'm getting things about, feeling good and all these songs, celebration, like this is where. And again, this might even be they don't even need that. And again, this is the divine masculines that are actually about to surprise you, or you're about to surprise your twin. But there's some people that are kind of caught in the middle, and there's nothing standing in the way, and it's the Eight of Swords, your own fear. So again, you'll know if you're in the dark night of soul and that's not, and you need to heal. That's your own personal responsibility, your own discernment. And I'm here to help you if you need my help. Or I know loads of other beautiful people if you don't resonate with me. Spanner ready. I don't even know how to use it. You just, Michelle, just why don't you practice? Don't actually do it to Charlotte, but you click on her name and then it'll come up with wee dots. Right, so I'm going to do this, right? So this is intention. Anybody right now, where it's literally just your own fear standing in the way of what you want to do, we're clearing that. Right? Remember, come from a place of playful energy. Yeah. Told you it's not me. I'm using my fucking amazing personality. But it's not me. That's God speaking. Yes. Dear, look, that's the babies coming in. Sorry, again, it makes me highly uncomfortable to be talking about babies. My twins are gonna be like, what the fuck? I've not even fucking said hi. But at least we know I'm not trapping them, because I'm saying on the internet, I was like, listen, I'm not like, I don't want that soon. Like, do you know what I mean? But they're coming in. Like, they want to come in. Everybody, listen, everybody else who's fucking worth their salt that's real on this journey is saying the same. So I'm not the only one to and they do talk to me. I mean, I think they've probably talked to him. I don't know if he's realizing that. But dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as the accurate barometer of truth. That one was really funny and really brave. I'm just seeing that myself. It's not me, that's honestly, it is the truth. Hey, I just made exercise rattle hand weights. Brilliant. I say, oh, great. Right, guys, I'm really going now because I've got this place a shithole. My friend loves me, but you know, it is kind of right. Love yous. That's so strange. I've only been seeing only my messages, couldn't hear the rattle. But I think it's, oh, look, there you go. You've just backed up what I said. That's fine. You know, it's maybe that's why I don't use the rattle then. Because it was just someone had said to me about breaking up the energy. And the thing is, I'll just keep using the sage. I just wanted to. It's funny how you can hear. Oh, you can hear it when I do. That's what it is. So I'll just stick to what I usually do. See, I'm actually embodying what I teach you to do in the challenge. Just try it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Because it works on when I film it on my phone. But it's because I'm streaming this through Zoom. Yeah, you can't hear. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Right. Love yous. Thank you for listening to me. And again, I fucking love it. I'm feeling great. And this is how you should feel. Focused on you, feeling really happy. And whoever it is the other half of your soul, will eventually get there when they're ready and not a moment sooner. And you'll be there with your arms wide open to welcome them. See you later.